Hello and welcome back, folks. I said in the last video, this will be a little different. We actually left the farm. We are in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Our milk co-op has their annual meeting. I'm on a leadership council, so I'm supposed to be here. They pay our mileage, they pay our meals, they pay our motel room, so we really don't have much else to lose. And we haven't been off the farm in close to 2 years, so it gives us some time to get off the farm. I don't think I've introduced my wife, Stephanie. This is Stephanie. She is she puts up with a lot of stuff, but it's been good. We're actually on our way out now. We filmed this coming up and you couldn't hear what we were trying to say, so we're doing one on our way back home to Virginia now. Had a good time, got to see a lot of good friends that we've met over the years, and kind of recharges your batteries a little bit. It's milking cows every day will wear you out and burn you out, so it's nice to get a little break. But we mainly sit around and talk about kids and cows, so I'm not sure we got much of a mental break, just a physical break. But we took some footage coming up the road, and we'll probably take some footage coming back down the road, so y'all follow along.
You're going way too fast.
We're going through Boone's Mill now. That's a notorious speed trap. It's 45 miles an hour and they mean it. Nationally known speed trap. I tell people where we live that a lot of people from out of state will mention Boone's Mill because they will write you a ticket in this little town right here. Riding through Roanoke. We ride through Roanoke a lot, but we don't stop very often. Kids playing ball. So we needed some gas. I've been hearing about this place called Buc-ee's. So we are at Buc-ee's. I don't know what all's inside this store, but it's a big building. Also, there's a working dairy farm right behind us. I kind of feel bad for those guys. So we made it out of Buc-ee's. What do you think?
It's a big store.
They had about everything you needed, a lot of stuff you didn't. Very impressed with the bathrooms. We weren't really hungry because we ate at Cracker Barrel. This would be a dangerous place to be if you were hungry. I bet the sandwiches are good. On the way back home, we may actually stop and eat here. But big store, a lot of people. Still not sure why they don't let trucks in here. This would be a great place for truck drivers, in my opinion, but I guess they have a reason and a policy. Now we're in West Virginia, but we're not in West Virginia alone. There's Maryland. And we have gone from Franklin County, Virginia to Franklin County, Pennsylvania. So we made it to the Hershey Park Lodge. I think, what's this?
Hershey Lodge.
We stayed here one time before for one of these meetings, and this is one of the biggest, most confusing places out. You walk for days to get anywhere you need to go. But we made it here. It's a little after 9:30. What time do we leave? 2?
1.
So it's a pretty good ways up here. One thing, when they check in here at Hershey Lodge, they give you chocolate. I've been trying to watch sugar for the last 4 or 5 years, and this is a dangerous place for somebody watching sugar to be. So we made it to the room. It's fairly nice. They've had the TV on for us, had the lights on for us. They're looking after us. Or it's been over 2 years since I have slept anywhere besides my own bed. What's going to happen is even though it's time to really go to bed, I won't be able to sleep tonight. We still got to eat supper. We missed the meal that the co-op provided for us, so we're eating sheets. So we got back on 81, and we made it back to Buc-ee's, and we're hungry this time, so we're getting gassed, and we're going to get something to eat. All right, we're out of there. What'd you get?
I got chicken and fries, which are chicken tenders and fries.
I got a chopped brisket sandwich and beaver chips, which is, best I can tell, barbecue potato chips.
I think they're just plain.
They look barbecue to me.
Oh, they didn't taste barbecue.
We'll let y'all know in a minute.
Okay.
Since I'm wearing good clothes, my wife made me put on a bib like Boss Hog. Here we go. That's pretty good stuff.
Gotta lick your fingers.
That's pretty good stuff there. I might need another bib for my pants, but I don't think I will come back up here just for the sandwich. But if I'm coming by, I may get another one. Pretty messy.
Very messy. Looks like it.
I almost need a fork. You need the bib?
No, I don't need to be up. I don't think so anyway. I don't spill this everywhere. There we go. Okay, let's try fry. The fries are better than I thought they'd be after just sitting there.
Scale of 1 to 10.
7, 8, maybe a 10.
You a fry snob?
Yeah. Chicken tenders are good with honey mustard.
7.
Well, give it a 9, 10.
Oh, she's pretty picky. She's pretty picky with the chicken, so they must be doing something right. Okay, finished the sandwich. It was good. I'm not getting paid by them, and it's not an endorsement, but I think Checkered Pig in Martinsville has them beat. I don't know if they have chicken tenders or not, but it was good. Like I said, I would stop here again. I'm not going to drive all the way up here just for it. It's an experience everyone needs to do once. It's a lot of stuff in that store. Right now, I'm getting ready to get back on 81. I feel like I've been on it 6,000 miles. It's got to be one of the top 5 worst roads in Virginia. I hate 81. Y'all wish us well. It's Monday morning. We got quite a bit of stuff to do this week. Kind of been waiting on it to dry. I should have hauled manure more this weekend, but a little bit short-handed. Well, I was tired too. But we'll try to get the pump in the hole. Get some manure spread on some of these fields. We're really dry right here right now. They are calling for rain several days this week, so I don't know how that will affect us. Dylan, my son, he's out on spring break, so we're gonna work him pretty hard. He don't know it yet, but he can't quit, and I'm not gonna fire him, so we might as well get something out of him. Y'all follow along. We're gonna try to get some stuff done this week. Got the first set of cows there in the barn, and the cows were out on pasture, and those were kind of some ones that were hanging around the barn. Pecking order's a little bit off. These cows don't like to, they like to come in an order, and the cows that's in the barn there now, they don't like to be first cows. But what I'm doing is I'm checking milk out of all 4 quarters of every cow. We check, make sure the milk looks okay. That also helps stimulate letdown. I'm putting on a peroxide-based pre-dip. That's just to get those tits clean and disinfected so we don't have any mastitis issues. Then I'm coming with a single service towel, wiping them off, then I will attach the unit. I do that. We're in a double 6 herringbone milking parlor, but we break it in groups of 3. part of that reason is we want the milker on within a minute and a half of us touching that cow, just to help with the milk letdown. Oxytocin goes to the brain and signals them to let it down. It peaks and starts going down after about a minute and a half. So we want that milker on when we have peak oxytocin. I also do it in sets of 3 because we don't want any difference when there's 2 people in the barn. So if there's 2 people in the barn, one will do the front 3, one will do the back 3, and the cow doesn't know any difference. But my son Dylan, he's back there behind getting cows in. Part of our feeding area is actually in our holding pen, so we got to get the feed out before we can get the cows up. And I'm a little bit ahead of him this morning, so that's the reasoning why we are waiting on cows as long as we are. Our milking system has automatic takeoffs, and that's a sensor in there that once that flow rate gets so low and that cow's essentially done, it'll pull the milker off itself. Then I will follow along behind with the iodine-based post-dip, and that's kind of a barrier that kills any bacteria that would have got on that teat, and also prevents any dirt and stuff from going in that canal once they go outside. A lot of conditioners in it too. Got to keep them from getting chapped. And I'm waiting on the last cow to finish up. That cow there is a little bit slower than the rest of them. So once she comes off, I'll dip that last one. Cows on the other side have got all their milkers hanging on them, so they're ready to go. So I'll dip that cow there, walk up, open the gate, bring another set in, and repeat. Takes a little over 2 hours most milkings. It just depends on how things go, how the cows are acting, and well, how many we're milking too. But that's, right now we're a little over 2 hours. And that's not where this milk's supposed to be going. We got a leak in the drain somewhere down here. Let's see what we got. So basically my hose kept coming off the pipe on the drain. So I put a new hose on it. Let's see if it's gonna keep it from leaking. I got milk I gotta clean up everywhere. I don't see any milk flying, so maybe I got. This is my son Dylan I mentioned earlier. He loves mornings. His hobbies include milking cows, looking at his phone, and making his sister mad. What do you think about the Duke game?
Why they lost?
Who's going to be the next head coach of North Carolina State?
Justin Gator, probably.
You all right with that?
Yeah.
I am too. We finishing up now. My drain, well, I put it on once, it popped back off, and went with a different hose, but it cost me about an hour all total. One thing about having Dylan here is I give him a hard time, but me and the kids can plant milk some cows when both of us are in here. So really we're not much off of what we normally are time-wise. So that was one of the blessings of having him here today. But we are, like I said, last set's in the barn. Got to get them, you can hear them coming off now, and get all the milkers and stuff washed up. We'll keep on going with the rest of the day. Explain what happened this morning a little bit better when everything's not running. This here's a receiver jar. When the cow comes out of the parlor or milk comes out of the parlor, it comes to this. And when it gets a certain level, the milk pump right here pumps it over to the milk tank. That clear hose you see right there It's the drain. It's at the lowest point of the system. And when you finish milking, it'll open up and let any milks in the line out. When it washes, it opens up between cycles and lets all that line or water out. Well, that line popped off that nipple underneath there this morning. So every time my milk pump cut on, you had milk coming through a 3/4 inch hole at the bottom of it that was not going in the tank, it was going in the floor. And that's kind of counterproductive on what we're trying to do here. So the hose that was on it, I don't know what. Ever since COVID, we've had a hard time getting rubber products that last. So I took a piece of milk hose and stuck on there and reclamped it, and it got me through the rest of the milk, and I feel better about this setup than what we had there before. So these cows are going to go out a different way than they normally go, and they know by me opening the gate behind me that that's going to be new grass. As soon as they heard me starting to open the gate, all of them stopped eating and started looking at me. Now watch them, they're getting ready to go. They're about to run me over. And they're gone. I have an empty barn, and all these cows are standing there looking at me because they don't want to come in to eat because they're not hungry. Only disadvantage I see. It's obviously a different day because I'm wearing a different shirt, but we got them milked that night. We feed in the parlor, and that kind of lures them in, I guess. In most milkings, you very rarely had to go get a cow, but we've turned them out on grass that morning, and we hadn't cut the amounts of feed back yet, so they got their bellies full on the morning feed. Then they went out, of course they're going to eat grass, especially in the spring, so those cows just flat were not hungry, and it gets a little aggravating. We tweaked the amounts of feed that we was putting in front of them in the bunks and got them everything a little more in tune over the last couple of days. But milk production's up, feed bill's down, so that's why we put cows on grass. Butterfat, well, milk's up, but butterfat usually drops on the spring flush a little bit, but butterfat's gotten cheaper, so we don't pay as much attention to that as we used to when it was high. But we had a great time, Stephanie and I did, on our little trip to Pennsylvania. And if you're active in agriculture, find you a group similar to that. Stephanie and I started with that with the Young Cooperators years ago. It was a group of young farmers. You had to be under 40 at the time, I believe, to be a member of it. I know Farm Bureau has them, Farm Credit has them. A lot of different milk co-ops and stuff, or farm co-ops in general has them. But we have met so many people that are just farming just like we are, that we've got to know over the years. Our kids have all kind of grown up together. We've aged out of that now, but I'm on a leadership council and got voted on to a leadership council, so I still get to attend similar meetings to that. All of us have aged out of the Young Farmers Program, but most of us are on the leadership council. So the ones that are still left milking cows, we a couple times a year will get to break bread together and catch up on times and talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly of dairy farming. We all have our different challenges, big, small, little. Labor seems to be the hot topic you hear about the most. Once again, I recommend getting involved in something like that if you are part of agriculture. They're out there. You'll make friends and acquaintances that'll last a lifetime. But if you follow along this long, I appreciate you doing it. Tend to ramble. We really do stuff around here. Well, I got a tripod, but the wind's blown like 60 miles an hour for the last couple of weeks, and it kind of messing with my footage a little bit. But did start hauling manure out yesterday. Had a pretty good day, 25, 30 loads, I guess. Went till just about dark. But it rained last night, and that's not a bad thing. We needed some rain, but it kind of put a dent on the manure hauling for the morning here. It's the wind's blowing, the sun's shining. It may dry out enough I can get a few loads in this afternoon, or a few loads out. But I appreciate y'all supporting and following along this long in this video. And if you hadn't, don't forget to like and subscribe. And next video we'll have some footage of us hauling manure. We only do it twice a year, but well, it turns into a pretty hectic time. But like I said, I appreciate you following me along. It's kind of been overwhelming, the amount of views and subscribers that I've gotten for this little dairy farmer out milking cows in the middle of nowhere. But y'all have a good day.